Is my bed causing my back pain? That is the question today. I get this question a lot. Today's Tuesday. Tuesday's all about the tips. Our goal is to give you the tools to make your life better. Our goal is to give you the knowledge so you can make better decisions about your back pain. Back pain can be a slippery slope, and if you're not careful, it can really be devastating. So our goal is to make sure that doesn't happen to you, and we want to give you the tools. So every Tuesday we give you tips. The tips are part of our 9-step process of patients that come to see us, but these are just as good for you. And I think I even mentioned the other day, we've been doing tips, stretches, and exercises on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and we did a food yesterday. That's a good one. It's all about chocolate and back pain. So our goal is to give you the tips, again, make your life a little easier, but this is really all about the patients that we see, and we see some of the worst patients, and we prevent them from surgery. We see obviously back pain, stenosis, sciatica, herniated disc, bulging disc, spondylolisthesis, which is pretty complicated. But really all of these are problems within the disc. And one of the things that we want you to do is we want to make sure that your daily activities that you perform don't make your back pain worse. And there are very specific things, and we've talked about these. We've talked about the hip hinge, which is really the fundamental, most important tip. But we've talked about the micro breaks, breathing, brushing your teeth, 10-minute rule, the lifting, how to get out of a car. We did that, although we didn't do it in a car. But really, these are all about avoiding too much flexion, which is the forward lean like this. But also, it's avoiding rotation, because rotation very often will cause problems in the disc. Too much flexion will cause problems in the disc. So if you're seated too long, you're going to overload the discs. There are certain things you have to do to stretch to get it back into a better position. But today's about how to get out of bed. And when you get out of bed wrong, you potentially make your back worse because you start to create more stress on the disc. So all the tips are really about what to do not to overload the stresses on the discs. Again, it's this disc here. Now there are little joints on the back called facet joints. And when you lean forward and you rotate, it puts the facet joint in a position where it allows for rotation on the disc. And rotation of the disc and the lumbar spine is the worst thing that you can have. They're not designed to do that. So you want to avoid overflexion and over rotation. And what happens, and we talked about this getting in and out of the car. If you get out of the car and you turn your shoulders first and then your hips, you're rotating the spine. Same thing when you're laying on your back. When you're laying on your back and you are getting up by turning your shoulders and then your hips, or guess what? You go like this and then you rotate to get out of bed. Now you're overloading the discs. So what we're trying to teach you, same as getting out of the car, is when you turn together. So the shoulders and the hips turn at the same time. And then we're going to have you put your legs out and then push yourself up. So you're not rotating. Whoops. I think I just broke his back. So you're not rotating and you're not flexing at the same time. That is the key. So we call it the log roll. And the log roll, what you're going to do is there's two ways to do it. You can bring your knees up to your chest and then you can push yourself up, or you can lay on your side and push yourself up. But I'll show you in a video that we have right here. So what he does first is he's laying on his back, obviously, but you bring your knees up. And the whole idea behind bringing your knees up is when you get to your side, then you use your knees to sort of help rotate you to get out of bed without rotating your spine. It's pretty simple, right? I think I made it more complicated. So you bring your knees up and then you rotate to the side and then you put your feet down and then you push yourself up. And then you slowly get up without flexing. That's how you do it. Or if it hurts a lot and you can't bring your knees up, what you do is you lay on your side and then you bring your knees up, and then you put your legs out to the side of the bed and push yourself up. That's how we do it. I can replay this, right? All right. Do it again. There we go. All right, so again, knees come up. Let's not overcomplicate this. Rolls over, and then you're going to push yourself onto the bed with this arm here, and you're going to push yourself up like this without doing any rotation. Same time, you rotate a little bit, and then you get up without doing much flexion. That's the tip. I think this is a long tip, but it's not that complicated. Our goal really is to take you from suffering to being able to do what you love to do for a lifetime. The key to these tips are, if you continue to do things wrong, you're going to aggravate your spine. And the aggravation in your spine is really what prevents you from getting better. I don't want to make this overcomplicated, but if you continue to do the wrong things, you're going to have a breakdown and it's not going to get better. So if you do it a little bit every day and you think about it, so it's really about how to start your day. It's hard to start your day without causing your back to get worse. So